second time since the Manipur unrest that 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗔𝗦𝗧 has highlighted MNF commitment towards unification of the ZO areas. Does this complicate things for Manipur?
Well, whether it complicates things for Manipur or not, it's too early to say. But basically, what is significant here is that Mizo National Front chief and Chief Minister of Mizoram, Mr. 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗛, has reiterated the MNF's commitment for Greater Mizoram, commitment for the ZO unity. In fact, since the MNF was formed on the 22nd of October 1961, that is 62 years ago, they have, from that time on, the MNF has been saying that they have to unite the ZO people under one administrative umbrella. And for a long time, for several years, there was not really this demand of the MNF or this commitment of the MNF or this vision of the MNF had not come to the fore. But over the years, following what has happened in Myanmar, the internal clashes that displaced the 𝗡𝗢𝗥𝗧𝗛 groups who are belong to the ZO ethnic community, they have come in large numbers inside Mizoram. And now lately, the MNF has raised this issue at least on two occasions ever since the 3rd of May, when the clashes between the Kukis and the Meiteis erupted in neighboring Manipur. And there are more than 10,000 ZO displaced people who have fled Manipur and are now taking shelter in Mizoram. And in fact, Robert Royte, one of the ministers in the 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗛 cabinet, had also gone to New Delhi recently to ask for funds for the ZO people who have been displaced from Manipur. So on that, this only shows that the commitment of the Mizos for the Mizoram government, or the Mizos in Mizoram for their brethren spread across the neighborhood, including particularly Manipur at this point in time, where they have faced a lot of problems, including displacement, along with, of course, the Meiteis on the other side. Now, the point is, elections in Mizoram are around the corner, and in view of this issue of a Greater Mizoram or unification of the ZO community in the neighborhood under one administrative umbrella is definitely going to gain momentum. That is a clear indication we received from that meeting of the bloc MNF cadres that was addressed by MNF chief and Chief Minister 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗙𝗧𝗛 in Mizoram. Now the point is, this is a big political demand that the MNF has harbored over the years, and it is left to be seen how this unfolds in the days ahead. But as far as Manipur is concerned, yes, 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗙𝗪𝗛 had a telephonic conversation with his Manipur counterpart 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗧 Singh a few days ago, during which he talked about his commitment to bring about peace, his assistance, which he is capable of giving, or he's willing to give for the restoration of peace in Manipur. But during that telephone conversation, Chief Minister 𝗟𝗏𝗙𝗪𝗛 told his Manipur counterpart 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗧 Singh about MNF's history, how from the day MNF was formed on the 22nd of October 1961, how the party or how the group has been promising a unification of the ZO community in the neighborhood. And he has also talked about MNF's Greater Mizoram idea that it has harbored all these years. So what response 𝗟𝗚𝗙𝗘𝗔𝗦𝗧 Singh gave is absolutely not known. But the official stand of the Manipur government, or for that matter leading organizations in Manipur, is that they are in the Imphal Valley, is that they are not going to part with an inch of territory. And Manipur has been talking about this territorial integrity in the context of the Naga peace dialogue that is going on. And the prominent civil society organizations, including the Manipur government, have also adopted resolutions saying that they are not going to allow any alteration of Manipur's geographical boundary. So And they have been categorically telling the union government that in the event of a solution to the Naga peace deal, the center must see that Manipur's territorial boundary is not altered. So this is the stand of the Manipur government. But in view of this, 𝗟𝗓𝗧𝗏 talking about the MNF's plans, MNF's dream of uniting the zones under one administrative umbrella is absolutely significant. And as I have said, now that the elections are around the corner, I think this issue is already going to hog the limelight.
Right. Wasbir, you mentioned about the upcoming elections in Mizoram. So the elections are there just round the corner. Do you think the MNF might take up the idea of a greater Mizoram as a poll issue?
That's what I said. Yes, this is likely. I mean, from what we have gathered from the way Mizoram Chief Minister 𝗟𝗓𝗧𝗏 has been raising this issue, it is now absolutely clear that this issue, the Greater Mizoram or ZO unification or reunification, this issue is going to be one of the election planks as far as the MNF is concerned, because the opposition has been targeting the MNF for not doing enough on this issue and for the ZO community in the neighborhood. Now, 𝗟𝗓𝗧𝗏 categorically said that since COVID started in 2020, the ZO people in the neighborhood have been facing a lot of problems, and the civil war in neighboring Myanmar, as well as the ethnic strife in neighboring Manipur, they have also impacted heavily on the ZO people. That's the reason why the ZOs have fled their respective areas and have entered and taken shelter in Mizoram. So this is the backdrop in which the 𝗟𝗓𝗧𝗏 refuted the opposition charges that they have not done enough for the people, enough for the community. And this is the background in which he informed the MNF cadres about his telephone conversation with his Manipur counterpart, 𝗟𝗜𝗙𝗘 Singh, where he said that he had informed 𝗟𝗚𝗙 Singh about the history of the MNF and his commitment to the Greater Mizoram issue or the unification of the ZO people.